I'm Steve Saunders and I'm your host for Web Wide World, our whistle-stop tour around the globe looking at how different countries and cultures use the internet. I'm in Warsaw. It's the capital city of Poland, a country of 40 million people that straddles the border of Eastern and Western Europe. It's also extremely cold. Poland has had a turbulent history. And while it's made huge progress in recent years in terms of things like democracy and its economy, it's still got a long way to go when it comes to the internet. Industry forecasts predict that in the next 5 years' time, only about 15% of Poland's population is going to have access to a high-speed internet connection. Now, compare that to the rest of Central Europe. You've got Hungary, Czech Republic, even Romania. They're going to have 20% access. So what's going on? Well, it turns out that the problems date back to the year 2000 and the privatisation of Poland's telecom operator TPSA, and it's now majority owned by France Telecom. And guess what? They've been pillaging this country like a bunch of Cossacks ever since. That's right, blame the French again. It turns out they've done an absolutely rubbish job of installing telecommunications infrastructure in Poland. Why? Well, there's a little bit of Gallic scheming going on, because in the absence of fixed telecom networks, the Polish people have become absolutely fanatical users of mobile technology, which they buy from TPSA, which is owned again by France Telecom. In other words, the Frenchies are onto a nice little earner. Mind you, as is often the case, the numbers don't tell the complete story. And there's actually some really interesting things happening on the internet in Poland.
We are seeing now is a really social networking is coming up. A lot of services and a lot of people are using it. So that's the first, I would say, most important impact of the social impact of internet. The second is, together with getting an information, is educational impact. So you can see clearly where people have in households, there is one or two children from second grade school. The computer has to be a computer in house, and that computer has to be connected.
In Poland, nobody's taking a free press for granted, and here at News 24 they're putting a really interesting spin on online journalism by allowing their readers to generate articles either via a browser or a cell phone. And this type of citizen journalism has been spectacularly successful.
Sądzę, że wolna prasa dla ludzi polskich jest taką przełożeniem przeszłości. Do 1989 roku, kiedy był tamten system, kiedy był komunizm, nie było wolnej prasy, ta prasa była gdzieś pod ziemią. Teraz są wielkie korporacje, wielkie gazety, wielkie stacje telewizyjne i ten głos tych ludzi najniżej będących nie przebija się. Dziennikarstwo obywatelskie jest szansą na publikację tych informacji, które są najniżej, tych, które ludzie myślą i sądzą.
Another area where the internet's had a really profound effect in Poland is online retail. Now, according to web traffic site Alexa.com, Allegro, which is the largest local language Polish online retail site, is actually the 51st most popular site in the world.
Ma to związek z tym, że coraz więcej ludzi jest przyzwyczajonych do tego, że internet jest normalnym miejscem zakupów. Widzimy też zmiany struktury kupowanych dóbr przez internet. O ile kilka lat temu, ale wciąż jeszcze teraz takie dobra jak książki, multimedia były najpopularniejszą kategorią pod względem ilości kupowanych dóbr, a pod względem wartości dominowały elektronika konsumpcyjna, RTV, EGD i foto. Tak, teraz to się zmienia i najszybciej rosnącą, chociaż wciąż niewielką pod względem wartości kategorią jest odzież oraz od bardzo niedawna żywność.
So there you have it. On the face of it, Poland looks like it's streets behind the rest of Europe in terms of internet access, but the statistics don't really tell the whole story. Our trip to Warsaw has revealed an interesting paradox, and that's that the Poles may have less access to the internet, but they're using it in more interesting ways. There's obviously a real passion here for the internet, and in the future, that's only going to increase.